One of the cool things about Dispatch or games having choices is that they can affect the outcomes of the story. They can affect the ending. And for some people, one choice might seem like the choice, the only choice, the correct choice. And for another person, it might be different. Now, here on the channel, we've talked a little bit about Dispatch, and we've talked a lot about the choices between Invisigal and Blonde Blazer. We're not going to talk about them today. We've talked about them quite a lot. But I did get the question asked, who did I choose between Coup and Sonar when it came to cutting them? And some people wanted to know what I thought was the best or correct choice for those two characters. When I started playing the game, I wasn't too aware of any of the characters. I didn't know who was voicing them. I didn't know that other content creators were the voices of some of these characters. And it was until I did some research that I knew that some creators were behind these voices. But I don't watch any of those creators. I never really have. So I didn't have like a connection to them. But I think they all did a really good job in their voice acting. I thought the voice actor for Sonar was really good. I thought he was funny as hell. I mean, I laughed a few times at the stuff that he was saying. I thought it was genuinely funny. But Coop's voice actress was also very serious, kind of monotone, and her delivery was on point. I really like both characters. But then when I realized that I had to make a choice between the two characters, I kind of thought to myself, I am going to make the choice solely based on who feels better to me, who helped me the most during the dispatching, who had more of a success rate, who just felt like was always there. And to be honest, that's what my decision came down to. It came down to who I thought had better chemistry with the team. And I think that obviously that would be different for everybody, because if you like Sonar, for example, you're going to make him succeed. You're going to send him out a bunch of times and he's going to do a good job for you. If you like Coup, you're going to send her out and stuff like that and try to make her succeed. And so when we went out on the dispatches, Sonar kept cracking some jokes. Sometimes he left, insulting Robert. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I see how it is. He was playing around a lot. And Coup was way more serious about it. Like if I sent her out to do something, she would just go ahead and do it, get the task done, no questions asked. She had success rate and she didn't complain. Really, she didn't complain about anything. She wasn't talking shit. She was just there to do her job, which I really, really liked. And when it came to make the decision, I ended up realizing that I used Coop more. I felt that Coop had a better success rate with me, and I felt that she was more serious about the job. And honestly, that's the only reason that I went with Coop. I chose Coop, and I thought that Coop was the best choice, to be honest. And then after I read her comic part in the Dispatch comics, where she meets Punch Up and they have this kind of relationship, I thought I made the right choice. I thought, you know what, this character seems good. She seems like she's trying to redeem herself, and she maybe just needs some support, and I'm going to give that to her. So I really liked her character in particular, and I was very happy with the choice of Coop. I think that in terms of the way that Dispatch is playing, and really just for me, maybe because I think the same thing with Blonde Blazer. Like I think Blonde Blazer is the only choice for Robert. I think it's the perfect choice. I absolutely love how that kind of flows. And I really love how the story flows with Coop being the one that we choose. Because I think Sonar was kind of made... they both look like they could be very bad villains, but I think Sonar, in my opinion, felt like the right choice in being the villain. When I cut him, it made sense. The way he stormed out, it made sense. And then when the story continues later on and you get the big reveal that whoever you cut is actually working for Shroud now, and he got augmented and became stronger, Sonar just seemed like the right choice. It seemed like he fit that mold. It seemed like he would hold that vendetta against Robert. He was angry. He can turn into this big bat monster. It made him even more powerful and more scary looking. It really made sense. When I saw he was part of Shroud's team, I said, oh, you son of a bitch. Definitely made the right choice. I knew cutting you was the right choice. And so him trying to take over the city and attacking Blonde Blazer and attacking Robert, it felt right. And then to be honest, even seeing artwork afterwards, because I have the Dispatch like deluxe edition, so it shows you artwork. It showed me artwork of Coop being the bad choice and how she looked like a villain with the augmentation that Shroud gave her, and it looked so fucking weird to me. It looked like the weirdest thing ever. I was like, hell no, I'm really glad I didn't go with that choice. So that's really the short of it. I just preferred Coop overall in the entire story. I thought Sonar was a good character too. I really liked him, but I think that he fit the villain mold more than Coup did. Coup seemed like she was a team player from the beginning. She was a little bit more nicer, and she was just kind of there to do her job. Sonar looked like he was there to bullshit. Like he wanted to crack jokes, be a clown, kind of do the job, kind of not do the job. Like he really didn't give a shit. And that's kind of what sealed the deal for me. So who's the better choice between the two? In my opinion, Coup. Who's the right choice between the two? In my opinion, Coup. But that's all subjective, of course. I thought that this would just be a fun little video and give some of the spotlight to other characters in Dispatch besides Robert, Invisigal, and Blonde Blazer. And so yeah, definitely Coup for the win in my opinion. I thought she was fantastic.